Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a good week. It was a very special week for our family. We were blessed with the birth of a healthy baby daughter. We look forward to naming her on Shabbos. We thank Hashem, and we thank all of you for your warm wishes of congratulations and love and support. It is a very happy time for us. However, Im lo es Yerushalayim al Rosh Simchasi. We remember Yerushalayim, we remember the entire Jewish people, even and especially at our times of greatest joy. And we, as we do every week, we also take note and remember that today is the 245th day that those kidnapped are still imprisoned in Gaza, and we are davening for them and for the soldiers and all of Israel. And our learning right now, Erev Shabbos, should be in their merit. This week we begin the book and the parsha of Bamidbar. At the very end of the parsha, the third to last pasuk in the parsha, there's a bit of a strange pasuk. After the Torah has provided a census, has laid out the different sections of the camp, it begins to organize the different families of the Levium and their roles in the Mishkan. And it begins with Kahat, the family of Kahat. And Kahat was the family that was responsible for the holiest parts of the Mishkan. Other families would carry the beams and the sockets and the tapestries and the coverings that would go on top. And Kahat would carry the kelim, the holy vessels, the shulchan, the menorah, the mizbeach hazahav, and especially the Aron Kodesh, the holy ark. And after explaining Kahat's responsibility and their avoda, Hashem tells Moshe, Al tachritu et sheva mishpachot hakati mitoch levim, and make sure that they are not destroyed. Make sure they're not cut off. Why would the families of Kahat, why would they be cut off? Why would they be punished? Well, the Torah explains a little bit. V'zot asulahem, this is what you should do for them. V'chayu, to make sure that they will live. V'lo yamusa, that they should not die. B'gish al kodesh al kodeshim, as they approach the holy of holies. Aharon ubanav yavo v'samu otam ish al v'roto v'almaso. Make sure everyone knows their job. Everyone knows their service. Everyone knows what they are supposed to carry. What was the worry? On a simple level, it seems the worry was, as we know from elsewhere in the Torah and the stories of the Nevi'im, that when someone would approach something holy, if they would come too close, if they would handle it too directly, they would die. The story of none of a Nevi'im, they go to the Kodesh HaKodeshim, they die. And the Navi describes that there are people who, when they would handle and hold the Aron with their bare hands, they were touching something too holy without the proper amount of respect, they would die. And these sukkim could be understood, and there's a similar warning. Kahat is responsible, has the mitzvah to care for the holiest items of the Mishkan, make sure that they know their role, that they don't proceed too far or too close, and will be killed, will be punished. And in theory, the entire family could be destroyed. That is one interpretation. However, the Medrash, with Chazal and their great insight, understand another concern and another meaning of the pasuk. They imagine that the different members of the Kahat family, they all so much wanted to carry the Aron. The Aron was the holy ark. It had the luchot in it, and they knew the great reward and the great spiritual experience of carrying it. And what would happen was everyone would want to carry it. V'chulan ratzin la'aron litos schar. Everyone was running to pick up the Aron mitochach, and because of that, hayazemi riv, they would argue. Vomar anito, I want it. It's my turn. V'zemer, even this one would argue. Vomar anito, no, it's my turn. You did it before. Mitochach hayunogim mekalos rosh, and not only would that lead to fighting between the members of the Kad family, but ultimately that would lead to disrespect of the Aron itself. Maybe people are fighting, people no longer have the mental focus that they're in front of the Aron, and it would end up becoming disrespectful for the Aron. It wasn't just that their zeal to serve Hashem led to a violation of Bein Adam L'Chavero proper practices, but it would even undermine their very respect for the Aron. The Sforno on the Psukim here, he does not cite this medrash, but reads the Psukim in a similar way, and he says, and in fact, we know this happened. The Gemara describes an incredible, tragic situation in the Beis HaMikdash when two Kohanim, in their great zeal to serve Hashem, to offer the daily carbon, they both ran with the knife in their hand to be the first one there to be able to offer it. And the two met, and they collided, they pushed, and they fought. And one stabbed the other. And he killed him. One Kohen murdered another one so that they could do the great mitzvah of offering the morning daily carbon. And the lesson of all of this is is that in our great zeal to do mitzvos and to serve Hashem and to do important things, we should make sure that we don't directly or indirectly harm or disrespect or cause tension with others. And it's something certainly to be mindful of, because sometimes we are so enthused, we are so enthusiastic, we are so passionate, we're so ready to do something good and important, to do a mitzvah. But we don't realize it may have negative repercussions on others. Sometimes there may be a certain mitzvah or stringency that we want to do, but that will impose a burden on our family. Or maybe we want to volunteer for the community or for an organization, but we're not realizing that we're not going to be home there for as much, and the burden will fall on others. Or maybe we are working on a very important project, or advocating on behalf of something very important, and then in our passion we end up speaking too harshly or too bluntly to someone else. This is the Torah's warning to the Levium. Levium, you have the most important job. You are carrying the Aron, the Shulchan, the Menorah, the Mizbeach. But make sure that doesn't lead you to make a mistake, to fight with your brothers, or to look down upon others, or to come to any kind of disrespect or violation of the proper way that a Jewish person should act b'ed Adam l'chavero. We have two great halves of the Torah, two great centers of gravity in our spiritual lives, and we strive to grow and to be excellent in both. B'ed Adam l'chavero, serving Hashem, and b'ed Adam l'makom, be caring and kind people towards others. One should not be at the expense of the other. Rather, they should complement each other. They should make each side of the equation, each part of our life of Avodas Hashem, each one should be enhanced by the presence of the other. Again, one should certainly never be at the expense of the other, and that is what the Torah's warning here is to the family of Kahat, and is certainly a lesson that we can all apply in many ways in different aspects of our lives. We should internalize it ourselves. Bein Adam l'chavero plus Bein Adam l'makom. Everyone should have a good Shabbos and Shabbat Shalom.